Hello and welcome. This is Cherie with Rehashfiber, and today I have a project for you that is very interesting in a few different ways. This is called the Tahti Hood. It is by Jann Hoppler for BK Collective. It's very interesting because this is made with a star lace stitch from Estonia. So I thought that was really cool, and I had to look up Estonia and find out exactly where it is. I had an idea, but I needed to be sure. So here it is on the map. And here's a couple of really pretty pictures of the place, which I had not even thought about Estonia before. And then I learned another really cool thing about Estonia. Over 50% of that country is forest. So I thought, oh, it's pretty cool. And actually, their winters are quite mild, even though it's so far north, because it's on the Baltic Sea. Their summers are cool and pleasant. So looking at the pictures and hearing the weather, I thought that sounds pretty great. Now let's learn about this stitch. The star lace stitch is very interesting and very pretty. You end up doing a whole lot of knitting three together, and it ends up making a beautiful kind of what I thought was a flower pattern. Now I want you to see the first one that I saw. I was at Bazaar Girls in Port Townsend, Washington. And you know those demos at the yarn store really work, because I looked at it and I was super intrigued. Now the yarn that I saw that was used for this had more different shading and color. It really made the flowers pop. However, I know to wear the yarns. So I took the yarn that was made with some mohair in the demo, stuck it in my shirt. Took this yarn that I used for this one, which has baby alpaca and silk, stuck it in my shirt. Which one was more comfortable? I had to go with the baby alpaca. So even though it doesn't make the flowers pop as much, I'm going to be much more comfortable wearing it. It is worked with US size 10 circular knitting needles, which is 6mm. And then there is a little bit of edging, and those are worked with US size 8, which is 5mm. It's really fun because this is a very cobwebby, light yarn. And with those size 10 needles, you really get to see the stitches. The yarn is called Cumulus by Fyberspates. And like I said, it's baby alpaca and silk, and it is just really, really soft and really comfortable. Now, when I was working with this, because of the fuzz that comes with that little bit of lace, I was worried about losing track. So in my circular needle count, every 20 stitches I had a marker so that I knew I was staying on track. And then if I got off track, it was contained within those 20 stitches. So I'm just telling you how it worked for me, because this is a hard one with all the little bits of fuzz to see the problem and to undo it. And I did not want to have to do that. So kept on track. And actually in her instructions, which are very good, it does say create a lifeline if you feel the need for it. So I just use the stitch markers. And I did block it to the measurements that the pattern called for. However, I want to give you a tip for blocking. It is always a good idea to block because it gives your item a very nice finished look. However, you block it, do how you like it. So try on your garment if you love the way it fits as you try it on. Do not stretch it. Do not worry about what they say the blocking measurement should be. Just lay it out as it is and block it that way. Now, if you need to block it to fit better, go ahead and check that out. Block it to their measurements if that's what you're working towards. Go from there. Just remember, you have control. Because I've heard stories of people liking their item better before it was blocked and then not liking it because it stretched too much. And you just really want to like your item. So this is great. Now I want to show you something. This is beautiful. This is elegant. It can be worn kind of like this, like a cowl. And if you're tiny, which I'm not tiny, it won't fit over my shoulders, but like this form is tiny. You can go over your shoulders, but when you get chilly, you can come up over your head and you have this lovely hood that keeps your neck warm and your head warm. And it just looks so pretty and so elegant. So Estonian, I guess. I've never been there, but we're gonna go with that. So that is your lovely, lovely project for this week. I think you'll have a lot of fun doing it. There's a lot of great reasons to do it. Trying out that new stitch, trying out some really light yarn, having a project that you can do in a week, and if it's not for you, it makes a great gift. Very interesting. And when you tell them you've done your stitch that's from Estonia, sounds cool. So there you have it. I haven't talked about Patreon for a little while. So for those of you enjoying the show and that are not on Patreon, and if you would like to support the show, you can go to rehashfiber.com, go to supporting members, and just $3 a month goes directly to me. Patreon takes their teeny little cut, but the rest goes directly to me. It is how I get paid for doing the show. It keeps the show going. And the perk for you is that you can watch it on Patreon. I post there every week and you can watch ad-free. So that's a great deal. You don't have to see any of the ads. But most of all, it helps me, and it helps me continue to keep bringing it to others because I find great joy in this. And I just want to reach out and show everybody everything that's going on and everything that runs through my hands and through this studio. So that is Patreon. Thank you so much. And thank you for the people that are already on Patreon. I appreciate it so very much. All right, everybody. Happy knitting, the Tahti Hood, and thanks for watching.